Hey everyone, this is Russell again. Welcome to day number 9. Now, I hope you see after watching yesterday's video, you start kind of getting a glimpse at how a lot of the internet marketing gurus are making their money so quickly, so easily, because there's these sources we can get traffic so inexpensively without any risk really on our side. And I hope some of you guys had some fun with that yesterday. Now today we're going to start going on to the next level. So how do we take these lists we're talking about, how do we start scaling it, how do we start growing it? After we start making some money and start building our list, where do we invest that money to take it to the next level and the next and the next? So for some of you guys, day number 9 is going to be a little more advanced than you're ready for. And if that's the case, that's fine. Just listen to it right now and kind of internalize it and just know you'll come back to it later. But some of you guys, I know you're already ready for this and you want to kind of see what's the next level, what's the next step. So I wanted to lay out this step of the blueprint right now for you guys. So that's what we're talking about today. Number 9 is big lists and also co-ops. So 2 really exciting things we're going to be focusing on. And also during this training, we're going to talk about list brokers and a couple other really cool things. So let's jump right in and get started. Okay, so first again is our recap from yesterday. I hope you guys went in there, you viewed the solo ad vendor list, you tested out at least one vendor, and some of you guys are probably, if you just watched this yesterday, you're probably in the process right now of testing it out. You're putting in $50, you're seeing what happens. So again, you guys know the process, test it out, see what happens, risk a little bit right now, and see the reward come back in. Okay, and that's kind of the game plan. So there's your recap from yesterday. Now let's jump right into day number 9. Okay, now day number 9, what we're going to be focusing on are bigger email lists. Now, what we call these lists, we call them general interest lists. So what that means is these lists are not people who signed up looking for more information about internet marketing. Okay, the nice thing about all the solo ad vendors we shared with you earlier is those lists are all people who are interested in internet marketing and making money online. So it's a very close correlation, right? And that's why those clicks and those things work so well, is because we're giving those people exactly what we know they're already looking for. Now these lists again that we're talking about today are not internet marketing lists. They're general lists. They're very, very big, huge lists. Okay, they can be lists of hundreds of thousands of people or millions of people who signed up for, it could be a joke of the day or for political news or for different things like that. So the lists are huge, but they're different. They're not internet marketing lists. Or the other type of lists we'll be talking about today are very niche specific lists. For example, I'm going to be introducing you today to a list broker who brokers out to over 20 something different personal development lists. So people who are in the personal development industry. Okay, and so we're talking about both of those. So either these lists are going to be really, really big general lists, or going to be very specific lists. They're not so much internet marketing lists, but they're lists that we have proven to convert really well to. Internet marketing offers have been proven to convert really well to. Okay, now these things we're talking about today, guys, this is how we grew our business over $10 million a year, is using these type of lists right here, and that's why it's so important for you guys to kind of see this part of the progression, because eventually, if everyone, you have kind of a pond you're fishing out of. If you're always fishing out of this one pond of internet marketers, eventually that pond dries up. You've got all the fish out of there, so you need to go to the ocean and find the big list, the things that are huge, to be able to really start scaling for a long time, if that makes sense. Okay. Because I can go shrimping in a lake, and I can pull out all the fish within 5, 10, 15 minutes, and they're all gone. Now, if I want to make a lot of money and get a lot of shrimp, I got to go out in the ocean and start pulling in, and there's unlimited fish in the sea, right? Okay, so I don't know if that analogy made any sense at all, but that's kind of what we're talking about here, is these bigger lists. Okay, so let's jump right into this. Okay, now, to find out the list of the resources for the big email list, all you do is click on the tab in the members area. It's in the over-the-shoulder coaching program, and then you click on big email lists. And when you go there, we're going to list about 2 different types of lists. One is the list of the big email lists that we're currently renting ads on, and the second one, I have a section with different lists with a list broker I recommend, and some information about his list as well. Okay, now there's a lot of lists that are out there, as you'll see when you click on here. Things from like Fox News, Archimax, Newsmax, just a lot of different sites like that. A lot of them are, for whatever reason, we found that like the conservative Republican news sites convert really well to how to make money type offers, okay? And I don't care if you're conservative or liberal or what you believe in, just know that conservative Republicans for some reason like to buy how to make money stuff, okay? So we know that, so that's why we rent lists on those sites. And you'll notice a lot of those lists are those type of sites. Okay. Now, again, the easiest for us to test is a site called Archimax.com. You can see right there top, arcamax.com. And Arcamax is nice because they have a lot of different lists. Okay, not just one, and they have a lot of different ways you can buy ads. Sometimes they'll let you buy like little top sponsor ads. So like they have their newsletter that goes out to 6 million people, and you don't have to buy the whole email. If you buy the whole email, it's going to cost you $5,000 or $6,000. But you can come in there and buy just like a sponsor ad in the email, and it may only cost you $400 or $500. Okay, and again, they have lists that are millions of people big. They have lists that are smaller. They have different niches. They have a lot of different options. So that's why we like Arcamax, so we can test a lot of different things. So usually we'll come to Arcamax and we'll test like a little tiny like top sponsor ad. And we'll send out the message and we'll see how it does. And if it does good, then we come back and we'll then purchase, a full ad in that newsletter if it converts well. So again, we always come back testing small, and if it works, then come back and test bigger. Okay. So Arcamax is one of my favorite places to test. Now, the other interesting thing about these newsletters is some of these newsletters, when they get sent out to their clients, to their customers, they come in and they look like web pages. Okay, what that means is sometimes we're not going to put in like a text email that we're sending out. Sometimes they're putting a banner ad inside their email newsletter. So just know that every site's kind of different the way that they work. That's kind of the overall process about how these big lists work. Now, the way I first learned about these was interesting. I was down in the Bahamas at a mastermind meeting, and there was a guy there. His name was Patrick Coffey, and Patrick at the time was the email media buyer for a company called Agora Publishing. And Agora, they're on track to do almost $1 billion in sales selling info products this year alone. Okay, $1 billion with a B. So by far the biggest dog, I think, of info products in the world. And he was their email media buyer. And these are the sites that he told me about. I actually hired him. I paid him $5,000 for the day. He coached me on how he buys media for that company. And he gave me a list of here's all the different websites we purchase on. So the list that you're getting right now is the same list that I got from Patrick. It kind of showed me here's different places you can start buying. Okay. And so that's kind of what those are. So those are ones you guys can start testing out if you've got bigger budgets and you want to test things out. And again, there's a lot of lists in there, and we're always hunting for more lists and always bringing more new ones back in there to the group. Okay, so that's kind of what the big email newsletters are. Now, for some of you guys, obviously, you may be thinking, Russell, I can't afford $500, let alone $5,000 for an ad. And that's okay. We're going to talk about that here in a minute, about ways that you guys can get involved. We can be buying ads in these huge email lists without having to go and spend, $5,000. And there's some really cool things we're doing now with, as part of the membership site that you guys will see here in a second. So, let's keep moving on and show you guys the next step. The next thing we'll talk about for a minute is something we call list brokers. Now, again, I listed the list brokers that we recommend over here under the big email list section of the membership site again. And there's a lot of different list brokers out there. It seems like different list brokers work in different industries, okay? And the list broker we've had the most success with recently is a guy named Brian Littman. He's in the personal development area, so his lists are all people that want to, like personal development. They want to do better in their life. They want to get more healthy. They want to make more money. They want, all these type of things, like personal development type lists. And personal development lists do amazing for make money offers. In fact, the first time we ever had someone with a personal development promote our products was a guy named Bob Proctor. Some of you guys have probably seen him on The Secret. He promoted one of our products about 2 years ago, and he sent one email to his list, and I think we ended up writing him a check for like $140,000 in affiliate commission, something crazy like that. Because personal development people eat up this stuff. They love figuring out different ways to make money, and they're not bombarded by like every how to make money scheme out there in the world. So they do really, really good for us. And now Brian right now, he manages over 20 email lists, and he has made me a lot of money and continues to make me a lot of money as well. So I put Brian's information inside the big email list section, and along with some descriptions about some of the different lists that he rents. Now, one thing about this is that his list, it's not like a solo ad directory that we showed you guys where you basically pay per click. Here it's like you pay $2,500 and it's going to go out to 100,000 people. And there's no guarantee on clicks or on anything. It's just, this is what it is. And what's nice about Brian is list brokers, he can look at all these different lists and say, well, last week we had 4 people email this list and they averaged about this many clicks. So you can kind of get an idea of what you should be expecting, but it gives you a better idea. And he can look at your offer as well and say, that's not going to convert here, or yeah, that's going to do really good over here. Okay. The other thing that's nice with Brian is as I'm purchasing from him and as us as a group are buying from him, he lowers our rates across the board. So if you ever contact Brian, just always remind him, as soon as you contact him immediately, and then if you ever, whenever you make a purchase as well, so just let him know, just remind him, say, hey, I'm one of Russell's group. Because if you do that, again, your prices go down, my prices go down, and as a group, all of our prices go down because we're kind of collective buying power. Okay, but again, this is places you can really ramp up your offers. Before Christmas time, we spent $20,000 with Brian to promote our .com Secrets local offer, and we ended up making $30,000 to $40,000, something like that. So we almost we didn't quite double our money, but we were really close to doubling our money. But the cool thing is we added like 3,000 people to our email list. Okay, and that is worth a lot of money to me. So again, we purchased like 6 or 7 lists, so you're not going to be spending $20,000 up front. Don't worry about that. But your ability to scale and to grow and to test out a lot more traffic is very, very quickly in the personal development industry with Brian. Okay. Okay, so now a lot of you guys are saying, man, Russell, that sounds awesome. I'd love to send an email to 6 million people. I'd love to work with a list broker and send it out to all these personal development people. My problem is that those ads are more expensive. We're paying $2,500, paying $5,000, things like that. And I just personally can't afford that right now. I'd love to, but I just can't. And I understand that. I respect you guys. I understand where you're coming from. So we wanted to create something just for our members here to get people started, to get them on the list building process. We created something called our member ad co-ops. Okay, and this is how a co-op works. If some of you guys have probably been involved in these before, some of you may not have been, and that's fine. But basically, every single month, I'm buying ads in most of these newsletters anyway. Okay, I'm spending a lot of money on it, and so for me, I'm going to be buying that ad one way or the other. So a lot of times, I can help defer some of my costs if I bring some of you guys in on that ad. So this is how it works. Let's say, for example, I'm going to send an ad out to Archimax, and the Archimax ad is going to cost me $3,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post here in the ad co-op section, say, hey guys, I'm doing a list co-op. The ad cost is $3,000. I'm paying for this one way or the other. If any of you guys want in on this, we're going to be selling 10 spots in on this, $300 per spot, and you can buy 1 or 2 or 5, however many spots you want to buy. There's only 10 spots available, $300 a piece. And if you do that, you basically send us the $300, and then we set up a link rotator, where that link rotator rotates through 10 different spots. So click number 1 goes to person number 1. Click number 2 goes to person number 2. Click number 3, and so on and so forth. And then when it gets to person number 10, then it starts back over at person number 1 again. Okay? And so basically 1/10 of all those clicks are going to come to your affiliate link, not, to your affiliate link versus my own page. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's kind of how the ad co-ops work. And again, we may have 10 spots, maybe, sometimes we may do smaller ones. We have 30 spots, but it's only $30 or, $10, whatever it is. So that way, if you want to participate in some of these bigger buys, but you just don't have the money up front, this is a way you can start kind of leveraging that and just testing out a little bit of money and hopefully getting some clicks and some opt-ins and things like that. Okay, now a couple things is, with co-ops, there's no money back guarantee. You're not guaranteed X amount of clicks or opt-ins or sales or anything. We just can't do that because the main reason is that, if I buy an ad through Archimax, I write a check for $3,000, and if I make $0, I still pay $3,000. There's no money back guarantee when you're buying media. It just doesn't work that way. And so because of that, obviously we have no money back guarantee either as well. So if you're nervous about that, what I recommend do is just watch some co-ops, watch the other results. We'll post the results that we're getting and other people are getting, and just make educated decisions I want to participate in this one, and this one doesn't make sense for me. And basically that's kind of what we'll do with it. Okay. So again, member co-op is something we're adding just brand new to the membership site, and this will hopefully keep growing in the future as more and more of you guys start making more money with these things and want to invest some money back in these co-ops. Like I said, we're buying ads one way or the other, and so we'd love to have you guys on board. Because again, it makes our ad costs lower. The more ads we can buy, the lower all of our ads that go across the board, and so we want to have as many of you guys participate as possible. The other cool thing is I'm probably not going to do as many co-ops on the paid solo ad section. So if you guys want to create your own co-ops, as well, I'm not against that. And the correct place to do those is in the Facebook group. And what I do is basically say, go in there and post and say, hey, I'm going to be starting an ad co-op. I'm going to be buying this person's list over here. I'm looking for 10 people each to give me $10, and we'll do an ad co-op. Okay. And, you guys definitely have that ability to do ad co-ops as well. And again, the correct place to do those are in the Facebook group. I just want to kind of recommend that, or just let you guys know ahead of time. I don't endorse any co-ops that are happening in the Facebook group. I don't, none of these have my name or guarantee or anything on them, but it's kind of a form that you guys can use that for if you're interested. Okay, and don't abuse that, or we'll have to turn it off if people do abuse it. But that's kind of a place. So again, if you guys come back and there's an ad that's $100 and you can't afford $100, post that in the forum. Say, I can't afford $100, but I want to run this ad. Who wants to go with me? If I can get 3 other people or 4 other people, then we can go in on this. Okay, so that's kind of how it works. Now, I will give you guys some ideas about how to do link rotators as well. In the resources section of the membership site, I'll give you maybe some links to places you can create your own link rotator, because that's one thing you're going to need when you're doing co-op. So that click number 1 goes to this person, click number 2 goes to this person, and so I'll put those link rotator information in the resources section of the training as well. Okay, so does that co-op sound cool for you guys? That's kind of something we wanted to get you guys excited and give you guys the ability to participate in this huge place where we can get tons of leads and tons of traffic and tons of sales without having to have all the risk up front. Okay, so that's what member co-ops are for right there. Okay, so your homework for today, and this one's a little different because I know some of you guys are not ready to participate in this yet. So this isn't like you have to do this type of homework, but this is like what I want you guys kind of starting the process of. So the first thing is go and look at all the general interest newsletters and just have some fun with that. Go look at all the different sites, see what type of sites they are, see where we're buying our ads. A lot of people always say, man, Russell, if I just knew where you bought your ads from, I could do your same business. Okay, I'm giving you guys kind of like, here's a look under the hood. Here's where we're getting our traffic from. And so hopefully you guys take advantage of that. Second thing is go look at the list brokers list. Okay, same kind of thing. Look at what Brian Littman has to offer. Look at where we're buying our ads. Like I said, in December alone, we paid $20,000 to him. This month we'll probably spend at least 20, if not more, again with him. Okay, the reason why I keep spending this kind of money is because it keeps on working. Okay, the third is go and watch. Go into the over-the-shoulder coaching program and see what ads I'm buying, see what ads, see the results I'm getting, so you kind of see what to expect from different lists, what you can kind of expect. Again, this is the process where you're kind of educating yourself and learning what's working. It's kind of like paper trading in the stock market. You're not trading your own money, but you're watching to see, okay, Russell invested his money right here. What happened? What was the return on his investment? How many clicks? How many opt-ins? Was it worth it for him? Okay, those are things you're thinking about. And then fourth is go and look at the ad co-ops that people are doing, okay? Go look at the ones in the Facebook group that members are doing, look at the ones we're setting up together, and see which ones you're able to participate in. And if you're not ready, you're not able to participate yet, that's fine, but start watching those things and see what's happening. Okay, you guys will learn more about making money by seeing what we're doing, a lot of times than ever buying any different internet marketing course, okay? And this is kind of your guys' privilege for being part of .com Secrets X. You guys have this ability to kind of see behind the scenes what's happening, see the co-ops, see the deals that members are putting together, and see which ones you're able to participate in. Does that sound cool? Okay, so that's your homework for today. Have some fun with this, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about ad swaps. This is another quick and easy and fast way to start growing your list, and it's something I think a lot of you guys are going to benefit from. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.